Welcome to NEMO Fishing. This is Justin. The Maramec Spring Park episode. We're going to go trout fishing today. Unfortunately, there wasn't much trout catching in my experience, but it's a beautiful park. One of the few places in Missouri where you can actually catch trout, and the target, of course, is rainbow trout and brown trout. So where do you go? Well, off Interstate 44, you can go either south on Highway 8 through St. James, or you can go south through Highway 19 and then turn west on Highway 8 from Stillville, and you'll eventually come to Maramec Springs Park. Turn to the right or the left, depending on how you come in, but it's back north, and you pay at the gate, and you go through, and there is a nice parking area to the north side of the park. When you go fishing, you can follow the stream as it flows northeasterly direction, and there's also a trail that goes sideways right along the side. You can fish along that side. There's a bridge at the end, and then of course downstream from the bridge there's no fishing, at least with the park access, but that fish area or that bridge area is a good area to fish. Of course, you can cross the bridge and then go back upstream if you would like. That's a good way to get out away from other anglers. So let's talk about some of the good things and some of the bad things. And unfortunately, I want to talk about some of the bad things first. We're talking about $12 to $15 per car. So that stinks right off the bat to get in the park. You have your $3 trout tag as well, and then a state fishing license, whether that's local or out-of-state fishing license. You're going to end up spending about $50 by the time you go fishing here, depending on how many people are in your car. And unfortunately, it's cash only. You show up, it's cash only. You got to go to the ATM and spend an extra $3 just to get cash. So hey, get in the 21st century, people. Of course, we're talking about very clear water, ultra clear water. You can see some of the fish in the background there. So you need to use light line and light tackle. And it's sight fishing, which is fun, but also very challenging. It can be, at least, depending on how the bite is. Trout are very finicky creatures at best. Some days you can limit out less than an hour. And then some days it's just maddening, because you'll be fishing there and can't get anything and bite, and then 15-20 yards down the river there's a little kid that's like, "Daddy, look, another 1.5 pound, 2-pound trout," you know. But that's fishing in Maramec Springs. There is fierce competition depending on what time of the year you go and the weather and what's going on. You're looking at 150 plus anglers. You can see right there, just lined up and down the stream. So you need to get there early. Stake a claim on the river where you want to be. There's a limited amount of trout stocked depending on the day and the time of year, what's going on. And you have to check the website for when they're released. And also check the website for the siren time, when the siren goes off in the morning, because you want to get there at least a half an hour ahead of time to stake your claim. So like I said, it's one of the few places in Missouri where you can catch both rainbow trout and brown trout. But they're starting to stock trout in lakes in St. Louis now, 2017. So that's interesting. I look forward to maybe trying that. This area here along the bridge, right after the bridge, right around the bridge, is a good area. Unfortunately, people pack in there. This was mid-afternoon, or mid-morning rather, and most people had already limited out. And so I kind of snuck back there and was trying to use a spinner to catch one at least. This day I was a pathetic fisherman. Not very good luck at all. So I had to take some footage from a previous experience there and show you basically some of the techniques. A good technique is using a shot sinker with a tiny, teeny, weeny, little bitty treble hook and a dough bait, either commercial dough bait, power bait, or salmon eggs, or you can make your own cheese bait, and you just drop it in. It's very simple. It's just, I have a hard time just dropping bait in the water and letting it sit there. That's one technique you can use. Trout are really fun to catch once you do catch them, especially when you're using light tackle, light line. Another technique is using the classic rooster tail and various colors depending on the time of year and what fishing reports are saying. Fluorescent is always good, but you want to go small, little bitty. Not that you can't catch them on bigger baits, but it's typically small. And when the fishing pressure is more, you need to go smaller typically. And so that's what I like to do. If you decide you want to keep the trout, they kind of have a farm food taste. You can cook it out, bake it out, but it's still going to have a little bit of that aroma, that flavor. So there you have it. Good luck fishing in Maramec Springs Park. Enjoy. Good luck.